RAIDERREBELLION, this Raider Knight, and today we're going to be talking about Crystalis, a very underrated game on the NES. If you guys have ever played it, a very fun game. I don't know if you'll be able to get it anymore, because if you guys haven't heard, a lot of the ROM websites have been shut down lately by Nintendo. So we're kind of screwed on that regard, so it's a little bit sad. But if you guys have played Crystalis, it's a great game. Highly recommend it. Very cool as well. I think the main reason it's underrated is because it never really blew up. Crystalis came out at a time when the NES was slowly dying off from relevance and really coming to the end of its life cycle and the rise of the Super Nintendo, the SNES, as it's called. But the main reason, again, also that Crystalis wasn't very popular was because it's not very linear. It's kind of it's a very hard game to really get into off the bat because there's not really a set way to play through it, I guess. It's very not linear. You have to actually explore a lot to figure out how to continue in the game. So it is a little bit difficult near the start. So I kind of get why a lot of people are they kind of quit the game before they really get into it, but the game starts, I guess, the story starts in the year 1997, after the event of a great nuclear war, so very similar to Fallout, but Fallout wasn't out yet when this game was out. Fallout came out way after Crystalis did, but after the big nuclear war, 100 years pass. Those who are lucky are allowed to go into this spaceship-like city, and they escape Earth safely. But the unlucky ones are left behind. Those left behind form small villages over Earth and the Wasteland. I'll just call it the Wasteland just because why not? Fallout, okay. But they form these villages all across the waste, and one of them being Leaf Village, where coincidence enough, there's a cave outside of the city where our main character is located in this. It's kind of like a freeze chamber vault. Again, Fallout, so yeah. But essentially, you start out as your main character, and you exit the freeze vault thing. Alright. So, again, you go into the village, and the elders are desperate. The windmill for the city that powers the city isn't working. The city's in turmoil, the whole thing's about to collapse. But you're here and they're very desperate, so they give you the Sword of Wind, which is a very legendary weapon in their city and society. So you take this weapon and you go on your journey. And you have to fix a windmill. Very, very hardcore journey and very scary. But outside of the town's border, there are a lot of mutated monsters such as tiger people and slimes. So kind of interesting. The tiger people is a little bit interesting for the game. Not too many other games at the time really had tiger people, but slimes again are pretty common in a lot of the old NES titles such as Dragon Quest and a lot of other games. So not too different there, but as you explore it, you have a lot of different things that you can do. There's a currency system in the game, there's a level system, as well as a weapon charge timer. And if you charge your weapon all the way to the max, you emit a somewhat atomic-looking symbol, and you can fire your weapon. Very cool and very different, so I really enjoy overall how the combat mechanics are in the game. Overall, that's just a little bit about Crystalis. Have you guys ever played it? It's a very cool game. Highly recommend you guys play it if you haven't. And overall, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.